welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing some resin keychains with dried flowers. So here I'm just showing you some that I tried previously when I first started using resin, and you can see that they're really cloudy. I don't think I mixed the resin right, and they've got pits in them. I had to do a lot of filing to sand these down, and the flowers were sticking out. So today we're going to try it again, and we're going to do it on camera, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to try a couple of different methods and we'll see how it goes. So if you haven't already, then please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. And let's get started. So I'm going to be using this reverse letter mould. And here I've got a box of dried flowers. I got these off eBay. So it's just a mixture of dried flowers. So that's what we're going to use today. And I've got to say, I'm just loving resin. And I thought I'd just show you what I've been doing. This is all the different bits of resin I've done since I first posted my first ever resin video. And here's some hair clips I tried to use using dried flowers, and they didn't turn out well either. Got pits in there, and then here you can see one. If it weren't for that hole, this one wouldn't have been too bad. But we're going to give this a go today and see how we get on. And here is a coaster I did using dried flowers. This turned out okay. The bottom was a bit rough, but apart from that, not too bad. And here's a smaller one. Again, there's a few little pits in there, but if you can ignore that and you're happy with that, then it turned out not too bad. So this is the resin I'm going to be using today, resin colour. I bought this off eBay also. And this is the 2 kilo one. So you have the part A, part B. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix part A and part B together. So I get a lot of questions asking how many mil per letter. It literally depends how many letters you want to do. Here I mixed about 40 ml of each, and I did 3 letters, but I had a bit of resin left over, which I put into a pyramid that I put all my leftover resin, which eventually will make up a massive pyramid. Once you've mixed the parts together, you need to stir and mix. Mine, I have to stir for 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes I stir, and then once I've stirred it, so I'm just speeding this up, what I do is I get a cup here and I put hot tap water, and I'm going to rest this in there for a few minutes whilst I get the mould ready. So I'm just going to set that to the side, and we're going to prep the mould now with the flowers. So I think I'm going to do the T because that stands for my name, and I'm going to use these pinky flowers, and I'm literally just using my fingers and just trying to break them up into the mould. I think the trick is maybe the smaller they are, the better they will encapsulate almost inside the resin. But I'm just going to break those up. Just trying to spread those around. So I'll just keep doing that until I'm happy with what I've got in there. And I think the trick also is not to put too much so the resin can move. So the next letter we're going to do, I'm going to do the A, and in here I've just got some blue like flowers, so using the petals, and they're quite fiddly and they're sticking to my gloves. I'm just trying to break those up slightly. I don't mind if there's a few bigger petals because then you can see it's a flower. And I'm going to just break that up into there. Just sort of let it go in as it's supposed to be. You can see it's just sticking to me. So this is the first method I'm using, just putting the flowers directly into the mould before we use the resin. and I wanted to put some greenery, so some of the stalk from that pink flower I'm going to mix in with this blue petal as well, just give it a bit of blue and green mix. And I mean, depending how creative you are, depends, you know, what you create. So see, I think that looks lovely. So here's just a close-up of what it looks like before the resin has gone in. And then I'll just show you the resin after it's been sat in hot water, and you can see the bubbles there have risen to the top, and that's just from sitting in water. So I'm going to use my hot air gun, and I'm literally blowing those bubbles away. So I will blow the bubbles once I've poured it, but this just takes away any excess bubbles before you've even started. So you can still see there's a few in there, but any that have risen to the top, that's taken it away. And I'm going to pour the resin into this little cup because it's got the little nozzle, and it just makes it easier to pour into these smaller moulds. You have more control. So just pour a little bit into there. And then I want to just put a little bit of this glitter in, just a tiny bit, just to put a bit of iridescence into the resin. Not too much because I don't want it to overpower the flowers. So I'll just put that in and then give it a good stir. And then we are ready to start pouring. So you can see once it's stirred in, it's not too much. It just gives the resin a little something. So we're going to start with the tea. And what I thought I would try this time is I'm just pouring a little bit in first. And I'm trying to pour a lot slower to try and let the resin sort of sink into in between the flowers, hopefully to not get any holes or pivots in the resin. So I'm pouring a lot slower than I normally pour. I'm sort of trying to give it time to soak in. So we'll see how that turns out tomorrow. So just slowly fill this letter up. You can see you've got more control using this little cup. Then moving on to the A, same thing, just pour in tiny little bit round, let it start seeping its way in between the petals there. And then again, when I pour this, I'm going to pour it so much slower than I normally dump resin in. And I think that's the trick with resin, you just have to have a bit of patience. But it is a very hot day today, so the resin is setting a lot quicker than it normally does because of the heat. So I'm doing it slow, but I have to work quite quickly because by the time I get onto the next letter, you see it's starting to thicken up already. So just now filling that, and you can see how slow the resin's pouring out. And I'll just fill the A. So the next method I thought I would try is having the resin in the cup. So I'm going to pour some back in here, and I'm going to put some dried flowers directly into the resin before I pour. So I've never tried this method, and I don't even know what these are called. These to me were weeds when I was younger. But I'm just breaking that up. And some of these bits I didn't break up small enough, to be honest, but we'll see how it turns out. But I'm just going to break that up into the resin, as well as some other little bits that you'll see me break up, and we'll give it a stir, and we're going to pour that directly into the mould with the dried flowers mixed in. And I don't know if this gives you a better result. I've never tried it. Obviously if you're doing multiple different letters with different flowers, this method may not work unless you had multiple cups mixed up, but I just thought I'd give it a go, and maybe for some projects it may work, so let's see how it goes. Just breaking up some white petals there. They're the same as the blue flowers, but they're white ones, although they have a bit of blue stain in, that one did. So we're just putting that in, and then I've got some little feather type thing. Don't know what these flowers are. And just breaking some of that in. And then I'm also going to put in just a smidge more of that iridescence glitter. Not too much. And then give it a mix. So you can see that resin is starting to thicken up, because it's quite hot today. And then I'm going to pour into the mould, and I thought I would use this end because it's just there ready in front of me. No particular reason. And again, I'm trying to pour slowly, and as I pour you can see the bits are coming out and pouring in. So hopefully, as they're already coated in resin, I won't get the holes that I get normally, and hopefully it won't be rough, but time will tell. And then towards the end, as I'm just get to the other side of this end, you see a big clump drops out, and that's like overspilled to the side. So I do try and push it back in, but we might have to do a bit of filing there tomorrow. So once all the letters are done, I use my air gun, give them a little blow to get rid of air bubbles. We'll wait 24 hours and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so this is 24 hours later, so we're going to start demoulding these, and this is the best part of doing resin. So I'm going to start with the tea. So I'll get all the bits out, and then I'll show you a close-up of each letter. But this is the most satisfying bit. And they just pop out really nice and easy, don't be afraid to pull them out. And here's the tea, you can see. Now if you look closely now, there's still some little holes in them. Can you see them there? And at the bottom there's a little hole. And on the side, on the right hand side there, it's almost like got a little hole in the side of the letter. But it's not as bad as when I first ever have used flowers. And it's a bit rougher on the top side. That's the side that you pour on. It looks a bit bubbly. Here's the A. Again, the A, when I show it in the light, you'll see some tiny little holes in there. Not as bad as on the T. And there's the underside. So I think if you really were that bothered, I think you could just do another like layer of resin on top and just sort of coat them, if you were that bothered about it. But actually I'm not too fussed about these, because you don't, unless you're looking closely, you don't see them. So with the N, this is the one where I mixed the dried flowers inside the resin before I poured, and actually I couldn't really see any holes in it, so it came out a lot smoother than the first two letters. But then obviously on that right hand side you see that rough patch where it had the big lump. So I'm just going to use some pliers here, and I'm just going to nip that off because it just literally will break off. So I'm just doing it roughly here, but then you can go back and really go in there and neaten that up. And that's my dog eating out of his bowl, if you can hear that. But here's all the letters together. I'm really happy with how they turn out. I'm no expert in resin. If anyone's got any tips for the holes, comment down below please. But here's the A. I tried to do the same effects in the past with the A when I first started doing resin, and you can see the difference. So I've definitely improved. So it just does show practice makes perfect. So now here's where I'm going to just put in the keychain. So I use the hand drill, and I'll drill a hole into the top. And the key for this is that you have to make sure you drill deep enough, And I've also found that if you don't drill as soon as you've demolded, obviously the resin's getting harder, so it'll be harder to drill. So there you can see how deep I've gone. You do see where you've drilled. Then I've got one of these hooks. So I'll just get it into place. And a mistake I've done a couple of times is that I do it with the, I'll do it in a bit with the pliers, like here, I go to tighten it, and if I've not made the hole tight enough, I end up snapping the eyelet off, because I'm trying to screw it in, but it's not deep enough. So make sure you screw that hole deep enough for that to go in. So this I just use to tighten up that in. So that's all there. Then you put the little hook on, ready to attach the keychain. There's the keychain part on there. Molly, you're right. And then use the pliers and just clamp that closed. And there you have it. Keychain all ready. So I'll just show you again. I'm just going to do another one on camera. On the N, I've just shown you there, that's where I would put the screw into the N. So here I'm just doing the A. I'd already screwed the hole in, and I'm just attaching the keychain, and then it's all done. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, if anyone's got any comments as to how to use resin and not get the holes in the resin, I mean, I've definitely improved since I first done it, then please comment down below. I'd be glad to hear your suggestions. But I hope you've liked this video. I hope you've found something helpful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Put any comments down below. Thanks for watching. And please subscribe to the channel. Bye.